but we got one of three. And the first one we got was... So I'm going to start something new. So for this, I thought, you know what? I'm new to it. I don't understand the logistics of it. I don't understand the ins and outs and the terminology of it, of what's coming out, or what's coming in, what's good, what's not. And it's wrestling action figures, right? I'm a big collector anyways. I've got Funko Pops, I've got random toys in my house, I've got Legos, I've got trading cards, but I just want to get my head around it and just start picking up toys that not only mean a lot to me, but could be potentially worth something in a few years, but mainly just for the enjoyment and try and meet people who do the exact same thing. I'm going to go to Smyths Toy Shop, which is based in Wallsend, which is just down the road from where I work. I'm hopefully going to try and pick up a Penta. I really want to get a Stephanie Vaquer or Soul Ruka. I want to get the basic Soul Ruka because apparently they're quite hard to get a hold of. And if you are going to enjoy this kind of stuff, I'll welcome you to subscribe to the channel and like the video, leave a comment of if you've got any wrestling figures, who's your favourite one that you've got so far. Right, so we've arrived at Smyths Toy Shop. I don't know if you can see it anyway, in there, no? Okay. We've arrived at Smyths Toy Shop, so the goal is, I think I said Penta, Soul Ruka, basics, or Stephanie Vaquer. Anyone else that catches my eye just for pure fun, I get, but if you're seeing one that I should have really picked up, let me know in the comments because I'm new here, so go easy on it. We're in the car and I couldn't film a lot because there was it wasn't that there was a lot of people around there. There was a lot of staff members also that were working around the wrestling aisle. I didn't want to add any extra stress. So there's some B-roll here of me checking out the different racks and what I was eyeing up. We didn't spend too much. I can't spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on these action figures, so it might just be a once a month kind of stuff. But we got one of three. And the first one we got was Stephanie Vaquer. Very happy with this. This is I think the initial, or the first release. First in line, I believe it is. Please go easy if I'm getting this terminology wrong, right? So no championship belt, just straight up looking like a boss. I saw something else that caught my eye because I know this guy's on an absolute tear up at the minute, and it's Jacob Fatu. Whilst I'm here, if you've got this far, do you keep your action figures in the box, or are you big on getting them out the box and having a bit of play with them? The big one for me, as soon as I saw it, I had to get it because I know how everyone's talking about this particular model, and it is the Ultimate Edition of Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack Ultimate Edition. There was about 6 of them. Couldn't believe it. Let us know what you think of that haul in the comments below. Give it a like if you like what I've got so far. I'm just gonna have a look at B&M's to see what they've got because sometimes I do have wrestling figures in there. I'm gonna be noticing to see what they've got in there. Nah, they've just got the basics by the looks of it. Basic Cena, basic Cody. They've got Final Boss Rock. No, they've got Cena as well, but nothing really of note. We're at the house, and it is a day later. Yesterday I got in and crashed, so I figured I'd rather do this video with a bit of a more clear mind, a bit of a rested mind. And for this bit, I just thought I'd show you what I picked up at Smyths and also what I've got so far. Okay, so to start things off, we got the Jacob Fatu Elite Collection, which when I was reading, it was recommended to get. The only downside is a tiny little crease at the top there, but it's nothing nothing to stress about. The reason I wanted to get invested in a Jacob toy in box for the time being is just because of the way he's going in terms on the roster. I believe this time next year that he will have a major title wrapped around his waist. I know he was a US title holder last year, but I definitely think that there is a world championship title in the making, whether it's taking it off Cody or taking it off Roman. Whoever has the belt at the time, I definitely think that once he does that, his stock will go up, and I think that in time, this might be worth something. Then we've got Stephanie Vecchia. Just a couple of scuff marks in the box, and I'm a little bit sad because there's a bit of a tear in the box as well. But nonetheless, this was another one that got recommended to me because I think it's one of her first on the main roster. I could be wrong. I think it's her first Elite Collection range as well. It's not first in line. I'm not. Whoa. But overall, I like how this looks. I know I've mentioned the little nicks and the scuffs and stuff, but I mean, find me a box that has next to no scuffs at all. I really like Stephanie as a wrestler. I'm just sad that she's not on TV at the minute. I know she's injured, and I would like to think she's coming back fairly soon. The feuds she's had have been up and down. I did like the ups and downs with Raquel Rodriguez. And then we've got the Cactus Jack Ultimate Edition in box. The only thing I've noticed is that this is sticking out a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty much a pristine box. I definitely loved Cactus Jack back in the day, the WWF days, before the WWE days. I definitely loved what Mick Foley did in terms of the hardcore scene. In terms of the action figure itself, it looks absolutely stunning. Big fan of the detail here, especially with the missing teeth. The trash bins, or the garbage bins if you're American, the hand gestures, the bang bang hand gestures. I just love the vest as well. If there's ever a chance I can get this signed, I will absolutely get the opportunity to, but we don't have a big of an opportunity to get big player wrestlers to sign stuff because we don't have a fan fest. We don't have big conventions that allow wrestlers to ascend to America, to a UK rather than opposed to America. So sometimes Cactus Jack or Mick Foley will make a rare appearance in the UK, and hopefully maybe one time I can get this signed. And I also need to get protective covers. I am fully aware. I know where to get them from. So here is my very first Ultimate Edition toy that I picked up, which was Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was the wrestler that I first clicked with when I came back to WWE. Back in 2014. Look at the detail here. I love the glasses here. It's class. The jacket as well. Unreal. I love the detail of the jacket in terms of the inbox and the hair as well. It just screams Shield vibes. For me, Seth Rollins was one where I reconnected, like I mentioned, back in 2014, where I just took a break. I think the last time I watched wrestling in as a whole was the WrestleMania where The Rock was host, and then after that I kind of just switched off. I think it was just too much Cena at that point. I think that was when everything was going through Cena, and I think I got a little bit bored, and I just kind of switched off. But when I came back, it wasn't long after the Shield. It was not long after Seth Rollins turned heel. I think it was within a month or so when Seth turned heel, so I didn't get to see all of the Shield. I did catch up with it to get an idea of what was going on. But once I got clicked with Seth, I thought this was probably one of the first ones I would have to buy, if not Sting, which I'll show you in a bit. But the other action figure that I've got, which was another wrestler that I first fell in love with. So if you know you're wrestling, this is a figure that I had my eye on for one of my first figures to buy, and that was The Rock with his fanny pack. His jumper, and I don't know if you can see it there, but the handkerchief to protect the elbow. One of the first figures that I bought was this, along with the Seth Rollins. The Rock is someone that I instantly clicked with, along with Stone Cold, but The Rock was always something for me. I just remember years ago when I got these little trading cards and it had his name on the back, and when I found out it was Dwayne Johnson, it blew my mind. I thought he was actually called The Rock. The box itself is absolutely fine. There's a couple of scuff marks. I don't know if you can see. There's a couple of like scuff marks there. For me, I don't know about anyone else, but I think the box could have been a fraction smaller. I know that they've got to fit all this in for the background, but I definitely think it just could have been a bit more smaller, just for the fact that it just, there's so much dead air there in terms of the box. But that's me nitpicking though. But other than that, I think this is one where I'm going to just keep a hold of. But I am a bit fuming because when I bought it, and since I've been back in to have a look at more, it's down in price. So if you do get a chance to buy one, get one. And this is the only figure I've got out of box. It's the Toy Biz WCW Bruiser Sting. There is no bat, which I'm a little bit gutted about. I bought this off a lad at work who was selling a bunch of wrestling figures from back in the day, but Sting was the first wrestler I really connected with when I was a kid. I would love to add to the Sting collection. I do have a signed Sting Pop Funko. I remember still going to spend like sleeping at my dad's house and watching Cartoon Network till 9 o'clock, and then it would switch off to TNT, I think it was. You would have WCW, Nitro, Thunder, and I just anticipated watching Sting come down the rafters. The figure itself, I love it, mate. I definitely think there's a little bit of the paint missing on the nose there. It's also a little bit colour warped there. I think, is that the term, colour warped? Well, the sun's clearly got a hold of it and took some colour away from the tannin. I wish I had the baseball bat. Yeah, if I can find the baseball bat for it, that'd be great. I would love to add to more Stings to the collection. There's a couple I've seen on Facebook which I might buy, but that's my collection so far. So that's a little bit of insight of what I've got in terms of action figures so far and what I want to add to it. I think at the start of the video I did say I wanted Penta and a Sol Ruka. Now I know the Sol Ruka, I think everyone's looking for a Sol Ruka, even the basic Sol Rukas. I don't know where to find them, so it might be a case where I drop in every Friday and just see if she's there. Because it's a first run, everyone's getting them. As soon as they come in, getting them. I even looked on Amazon to see how much a Sol Ruka would be, and I think it was about 40 quid. Thankfully in the UK, our Smyths Toy shop and the lads at Superpower Toys will have an abundance of figures. You saw in the clips in the B-roll, where I watched the American creators, and they're going to Target and Walmart, and it's just big. So I feel quite fortunate that when I go into these shops that there is a good selection. So for me, it's my output for you, if you're watching this and a collector, is what are the kind of figures I should be looking at to keep in box but also out of box. I don't know what people are like with in box and out of box. For me, as you can tell, some of the Funkos I've got here, and there, I'm a pretty big in-box collector, so I don't know which ones I need to use or look at for keeping in boxes. So any kind of help like that would be fantastic. But if you got this far, a subscribe would be wonderful, a like would be even better, and we'll see what happens next week.